Behind the scenes where the magic sits, it's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon Lee's got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire.
Well, hello to you, and you. Welcome in to another edition of Running These Virtual Tour Live. Glad to have all you here in the building with me. Yes, indeed, a lot going on today. We got a bonus tour for y'all tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, talking about the Osefos. They went to a hearing. We're going to talk about it tonight at 8:30, okay? So, with that being said, this live got inspired by a prediction that media executive said that basically Paramount could divest CBS. And I thought, how interesting would that be if that were to happen? So let me pull up that article so I can show y'all the prediction, and then I'm going to show you some examples, right, of who could potentially buy it with the plan. So, with that being said, Higher is waiting, is available, but either way, we got to go on tour. Yes, indeed, we do. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is me. Hey, everybody, welcome in. Glad to have you here. 13 people. Thank you so much for being here. Glad to have you all here. So here is that media prediction right here. Now, this was interesting when I first saw this. It says right here, Paramount will lose Warner Bros. Discovery, divest CBS, and buy NBC Universal. Yes, a deal involving NBC Universal was quite popular this round. If Paramount doesn't end up with Warner Bros. Discovery, it needs a backup plan to gain scale. NBC Universal and Peacock would be a nice consolation prize, but regulators almost certainly would allow Paramount to own both CBS and NBC. So this executive guest, Paramount Skydance CEO David Ellison, will hive off CBS more on CBS News editor-in-chief Barry Weiss later and keep NBC to entice Robert Bell. So then I saw this early this morning. I didn't know how to really talk about this, but I'm like, okay, this would make a lot of sense. Here we go. Sony to acquire control of Peanuts in $457 million deal. Okay. Yes, indeed. Sony is paying more than a few peanuts to get majority ownership of Charles M. Schultz's beloved Peanuts franchise featuring Snoopy, Charlie Brown, more. Sony Pictures Entertainment and Sony Music Entertainment Japan announced that they entered into a definitive agreement with Canadian media company WildBrain to indirectly acquire all of the 41% stake held in WildBrain in Peanuts Holdings LLC. Sony will pay Canadian $630 million to WildBrain for the 41% stake, or roughly $457 million. The closing of the transaction is subject to certain closing conditions, including regulatory approvals. As a result of the transaction, Sony Motion Entertainment. Wait, let me go back because I want to make sure I get that right. Oh yeah, Sony Music Entertainment Japan. That's what I meant to say. Sony Music Entertainment Japan. Sony Music Entertainment Japan and Sony Pictures Entertainment, together with Sony Music Entertainment Japan existing approximately 39% stake, will indirectly own 80% of Peanuts Holdings LLC, while the members of the family of Charles M. Schultz will continue to own the remaining 20%. The ownership of rights to Peanuts and the management of its business continue to be handled by Peanuts Worldwide, a wholly owned subsidiary of Peanuts Holdings LLC. With Sony taking an 80% stake, Peanuts Holdings LLC, including Peanuts Worldwide, will become a consolidated subsidiary of the Sony Group. Sony Music Entertainment Japan will take the lead in managing Peanuts Holdings LLC in partnership with Sony Pictures Entertainment. Since 2018, Sony Music Entertainment Japan has been proud to be a part of the partnership behind Peanuts, an iconic global entertainment brand with a 75-year legacy, delighting artists worldwide. Suki Masuto, president and group CEO, Sony Music Entertainment Japan, said in a statement, "With this additional ownership stake, we are thrilled to be able to further evaluate the value of the Peanuts brand by drawing on the Sony Group's extensive global network and collective expertise." He continued, "We are deeply committed to carrying forward the legacy of Charles Schulz and the Schulz family. Together with Sony Pictures Entertainment and backed by WildBrain's continued partnership, we will continue to embrace new opportunities to ensure that Peanuts remains relevant and a beloved presence across generations, reaching new audiences and sharing the timeless charm of the Peanuts game for years ahead." Since acquiring an interest in Peanut Holdings 2018, Sony Music Entertainment Japan said it has focused on expanding the Peanuts intellectual property business while maintaining and further building a positive relationship with the Schultz family. The company said it aims to continue to use its expertise in character business, and the extensive network of the Sony Group to drive further growth of the Peanuts intellectual property business and enhance the brand value. Rav Unja, president and CEO of Sony Pictures Entertainment, said, "Peanuts is enduring and iconic. We value the deep collaboration we have with our Sony Music Entertainment Japan colleagues and look forward to building on their meaningful partnership with WildBrain, the Schultz family. With our combined strengths, we have the unique capability and extraordinary opportunity to protect and shape the future of these beloved characters for generations to come." Josh Schreiber, president and CEO of WildBrain, commented, "Sony has been an excellent partner on the Peanuts brand for many years, and we're confident that Charlie Brown, Snoopy, and the gang are in good hands with them. We'd like to thank the Peanuts Worldwide team, as well as the Schultz family, for their incredible collaboration, and we look forward to working with them and Sony going forward to continue driving global success for Peanuts." Charlie Brown, Snoopy, and the rest of the Peanuts crew were first introduced to the world by Charles M. Schultz on October 2nd, 1950, when the comic strip debuted in 7 newspapers. The franchise has since become a global hit. In addition to the Peanuts shows and specials on Apple TV, the brand encompasses thousands of consumer products as well as amusement park attractions, Six Flags, for example, but really Cedar Fair, cultural events, social media, and comic strips in all formats. For WildBrain, the deal will eliminate 100% of its debt and gives us financial flexibility to accelerate the growth of our iconic franchises, Strawberry Shortcake and Teletubbies, while also investing in our premium digital content network across YouTube, free advertising streaming television, and advertising video on demand, and in new technologies to drive innovation, the company said. Under the agreement, WildBrain also remains a multi-year partner to Peanuts for key services, including acting as distributor for WildBrain produced Peanuts content and continued management of the Snoopy YouTube channel. In addition, the company will serve as the exclusive licensing agent through its agency, WildBrain CPLG, for consumer products in all current territories across Europe, the Middle East, China, and Asia Pacific, excluding Japan, Australia, and New Zealand, rather. WildBrain will also operate an exclusive production studio for new Peanuts content, including the previously announced animated film under a partnership with Apple TV, recently renewed through 2030. So when I saw this, I'm like, okay, this got my brain thinking, and I got like 4 different possibilities here. So I'm going to start with Sony, actually. If Sony bought CBS, what would that look like? That is the question. If Sony bought CBS, what would that look like? So let's go to that here. So here it is here. So Chat GPT. Yes, we utilize AI to have a conversation. Okay, that's what we do. Hey, welcome in. Linnell, still good to see you. And Sergio, welcome into you as well. All right, here we go. So here it is here. This is a hypothetical scenario for where Sony acquires CBS assets from Paramount with Sony Picture Studios as the creative and operational anchor. This is written the way CNBC Wall Street CEO executives will expect to see it deal logic, execution, operating reality. So Sony CBS strategic game plan. Scenarios: Sony buys CBS broadcast network stations, CBS News and stations, CBS Sports, CBS Studios, Showtime, Scheimer, Schuster, CW Stake Content Library, Anchor, Sony Pictures Entertainment. Why this deal makes sense: strategic thesis. Sony's core problem: pre-deal world-class studio without a domestic broadcast network, dependent on third-party distributors, Netflix, Disney, Amazon, etc. Weak U.S. advertising and live event leverage. No owned U.S. news, sports, or daily engagement engine. CBS core problem inside Paramount. Linear first asset struck inside a streaming confused parent. News and sports undervalued due to Paramount's debt and streaming drag. Broadcast network misaligned with Paramount Plus economics. And it's funny because I was talking with my good friend Drew, who's at the Onyx Collab when he makes it to 10 Central on Clubhouse, and he said that Paramount Plus is really not all that. They make it sound good, but it's not really a lot of content there. And if you get rid of CBS, then what do you have? So this is just a prediction if Sony bought CBS. So deal logic: Sony plus CBS creates a vertically integrated Hollywood system. A broadcast, studio, news, sports, publishing flywheel, a global content factory with owned U.S. distribution. This is Sony becoming a full legacy studio plus modern platform hybrid. So game plan: what Sony does: phase one, acquisition and structure, 0 to 6 months, asset grouping under Sony. Sony creates a new operating unit, Sony Media Group, SMG. It includes the CBS Broadcast Network, CBS News and Stations, owned and operated, CBS Sports, CBS Studios, Showtime Network, Simon & Schuster, and CW minority stake. Sony Pictures remains the content engine, not absorbed. So here it is here. So Sony avoids Paramount's mistake: no single mega CEO. Damn, even ChatGPT knows that Paramount fucked up. Division: CBS Network Broadcast Veteran will be the CEO for that. CBS News, independent newsroom leader, not Barry Weiss. Just give me the book. CBS Sports Rights and Production Executive. CBS Studio Head aligned with Sony Pictures Entertainment. Showtime Prestige and Franchise Executive. Simon & Schuster Publishing first CEO, but also to remember intellectual property. So those movies could become podcasts and movies and TV shows as well. So that'll probably be a division under Simon & Schuster. And then Sony Pictures remains autonomous. Key rule: news, sports, and studios operate independently with no streaming distortion. Phase two, content and platform strategy, 6 to 18 months. Content game plan: number one, CBS, massive audience engine. CBS stays free, linear, Big Tent, live, driven, focus areas: NFL, NCAA, PGA, March Madness, procedural, sitcom, unscripted, war shows, national events, election, breaking news dominance. Sony uses CBS as a launch pad, a marketing megaphone, and cash generator. CBS Studios plus Sony Pictures equals unified factory. CBS Studios becomes Sony's network first, syndication first, fast first studio arm. Sony Pictures, tentpoles, prestigious films, global intellectual franchise universes rule. CBS Studios feeds CBS, CW, fast channels, third-party buyers. Sony Pictures feeds global theaters, premium streamers, and event TV. Now, I do know that Sony Pictures television is still a thing, so that would probably fold into CBS Studios. Although I do think that having two different studios, having two different sides, having two different sides of the same coin, I think is a good thing. Showtime Prestige and event brand. Sony does not fold Showtime into a general streamer, so Showtime, the network, will come back. Instead, lean Prestige slate, limited series, auteur projects, cultural conversation drivers. Think HBO style positioning, smaller slate, higher impact, strong awards play. Simon & Schuster intellectual property gold. My Publishing becomes Sony's first look intellectual property incubator, adaptation engine, franchise scouting lab, books, TV, film, games, anime, and merch. So Sony is uniquely positioned to exploit this globally because of Crunchyroll. Now that Sony owns Peanuts, imagine some books coming out from Simon & Schuster under the Peanuts brand, right? So then you have news and sports logistics plan. CBS News, Sony commits publicly to editorial independence, which means if there is a story about Sony, Sony will not step in and try to squash that story. Investment in local stations, global bureaus tied to Sony's international reach, digital first expansion, YouTube, fast news channels, global English language news brand. CBS Sports, Sony leverages NFL rights, college sports, golf, and soccer expansion, adds sports documentaries from Sony Pictures, athlete-driven content, sports distribution. CBS Sports becomes Sony's live event backbone. So here is the difference with Sony here. You ready? Distribution logistics plan, linear and digital coexistence, no forced streaming pivot. Sony does not rush into a Paramount Plus replacement. Licensing first strategy, fast channel expansion, YouTube partnerships, international syndication. Sony avoids the streaming burn trap. Local station strategy. Sony keeps owned and operated stations, invests in local news tech, use stations as political ad engines, community trust anchor sports and election hubs. Stations remain cash engines. CW state strategy, use CW as youth and genre sandbox. But also, too, I think because they are moving away from the youth, I do think that Sony Pictures Television and CBS Studios could definitely make some shows for that 25 to 54 demographic. Like I already said about the CW, they need to change their brand identity to capture the Win Network, and they need to bring back Dare to find shows that you may not see on ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox. Be of that energy, right? But we're gonna keep going with this here because it's in the pitch here. Sony uses CW as youth genre sandbox, low cost scripted, genre sci-fi, young adult fandom plays, fast visual extensions. CW becomes an incubator and a profit center. Financial, operational, logistics, cost discipline. Sony avoids overstaffed streaming teams, redundant tech stacks, platform bloat, focus, production efficiency, intellectual property reuse, international leverage, revenue streams. Advertising, CBS Sports and stations, syndication, licensing, theatrical, fast publishing, global sales. Sony wins by being diversified, not obsessed with one platform. So what will this create? Or what this creates in Slate. Sony becomes a true Hollywood major again, broadcast owner, a global intellectual property machine, live event powerhouse, a prestige storyteller, a publishing to screen ecosystem. CBS becomes stable, focused, properly capitalized, no longer hostage to streaming losses. While Wall Street would like this, clear asset separation, predictable cash flows, no streaming war bloodbath, intellectual property monetization at scale, Sony's balance sheet discipline. So that is what would happen if Sony bought CBS and everything at CBS. You see how just one prediction can make everything happen? Now, I'm going to take you back to this prediction real quick here as I get the next possibility up. Yes, there. Now, this next one, I had to really put some oomph to this one because remember how I told y'all about Warner Brothers Google Discovery, right? I did tell y'all about that. So here is this here, okay? So this is what would happen, right? If Alphabet, Google, and YouTube acquired CBS. Own station, CBS News Station, CBS Sports, CBS Studios, Showtime, Chama and Susters, a CW set, and the CBS Content Library. So the big idea concept plan. Core thesis, Google doesn't buy CBS to be a broadcaster. Google buys CBS to become the operating system of premium video, news, sports publishing, and culture. CBS becomes the trusted layer for YouTube, institutional backbone for Google's media ambitions, the bridge between legacy, authority, and creative native scale. This is not vertical integration. This is distribution, legitimacy, and data or data. The repositioning CBS powered by YouTube, not a rebrand that embraces CBS, but a co-brand that supports trust, reach, variety, and career integration. Think the most trusted broadcast network amplified by the world's largest video platform. So brand plan, brand architecture, master brand, alphabet, corporate, invisible to consumers, platform brands, YouTube, open, creator first, global, CBS, trusted, premium, institutional, sub brand, CBS News, CBS Sports, CBS Studios, Showtime, Simon Schuster, and CW Minority Stake Funnel. Brand roles, CBS Authority and Trust, live news, elections, sports, awards, event, television, investigative journalism. YouTube, scale and culture, creators, community, discovery, global reach, monetization, innovation. Well, CBS sets the standard. YouTube sets the reach, brand promise, premium stories, live events, and cultural events wherever you watch. So game plan, strategic moves. Phase 1, stabilize and signal 0 to 12 months. Objectives, calm regulators, reassure affiliates, keep talent, prevent brand dilution. Moves, CBS remains free, over the air unchanged, no immediate layoffs, no forced YouTube exclusivity, public commitment to local journalism, editorial independence, and broadcast access. CBS stays CBS, just gets bigger. So phase 2, integration without disruption, year 1 and 2. Key integrations, YouTube becomes CBS's digital front door. CBS becomes YouTube premium live engine. Example, CBS News simulcast on YouTube with career-led pre- and post shows. Yeah. Finally, content creators will have a national broadcast network to collaborate with, right? CBS Sports Shoulder programming hosted by creators. Showtime originals debut linear YouTube premium window. Simon Schuster authors get built-in video launches. Phase 3, reinvention, year 3 to 5. CBS evolves into the most powerful live programming engine on earth, fully measurable, accessible, and global. We'll just explain how it actually works. So, organizational structure. Create a new division, Google Media Group, GMG under GMG. CBS Networks, CBS News and Stations, CBS Sports, CBS Studios, Showtime, Simon Schuster. YouTube remains separate but deeply integrated. So YouTube will still be its own platform, except now YouTube has a whole broadcast network at its disposal, right? So this was the thing that I was, going on about last night when I said, ooh, this could be cool, that could be cool. So yeah. And like I said, y'all, everything I'm saying is a prediction. I don't know if this is going to happen. Okay, I simply don't know. Like I've been saying, I do believe that content creators can fuel the new wave of entertainment. I really, really do. But also, too, it's going to be up to one of these platforms to get out their own fucking way. Just keeping the buck. Like I said, if we go here to the media universe map here, you see Sony right here. They have electronics, they have Crunchyroll, they have music, they have pictures and TV, they have PlayStation. So imagine now adding CBS to amplify Sony music on CBS for concerts and everything else. Also, too, copyright music. You ain't got to worry about that with CBS because you can use all the music you want to because y'all own CBS. And then, of course, a content engine for your pictures. So for Sony Pictures, movies and TV to be on CBS. And then, of course, you put the CBS app onto Sony Electronics. And also, too, you put the CBS app on every PlayStation, right? And then, of course, too, you can have a CBS animation tab in Crunchyroll for content creator animation. You're welcome. This is just what I do, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep going here. Editorial firewalls critical to pass regulators and preserve trust. CBS operates under a charter. No algorithmic interference in editorial decisions. Public ombudsman, transparency reports. The ombudsman would actually be working with And I really truly believe this. I believe that there should be a CBS News. Oh my God, how can I put this? A CBS News editorial council where you have a representative from CBS News Dallas and CBS News Miami, CBS News New York, and CBS News California, that they meet, on a weekly basis to check in on the editorial firewall that they have. How did this story look to you this week? Which correspondent did good, which correspondent did bad, just to keep, the platform accountable. Right? And transparency reports, of course. Affiliate strategy, keep local stations whole, upgrade them with YouTube creator partnerships, local shorts monetization, AI assisted production tools, better digital ad yield. Local stations become creator hubs, not dying assets. The tech stack, Google Cloud for production archives, YouTube CMS for clip distribution, AI for captioning, localization, archive servicing, rights tracking, not for creative replacement. Marketing plan, launch campaign, CBS everywhere, phase 1 industry, Cannes Lions Film Festival in Cannes, France, NAB, National Association of Broadcasters, Consumer Electronics Show, Upfronts, co-hosted by YouTube creators and CBS talent. Phase 2, consumer, massive YouTube homepage takeover, broadcast live, most promoted ads, watch it live on CBS, join the conversation on YouTube. I know. And listen, I know what some of you are thinking, right? Do you really think that Google, let's go back to the mind map here for a minute. Right? Do you really think Google will actually buy CBS? Do you see how much money that is? $3.75 trillion. And YouTube has just gotten the Oscars. You don't think that they won't buy CBS and add that to the platform of Google? You got to be out your mind. That's why we're going over this. Number 3, creator economy. Creator access to CBS intellectual property, license, remixes, companion shows, and revenue streaming. This turns creators into brand ambassadors, not pirates. Sports marketing. CBS Sports becomes the official broadcast. YouTube becomes the official conversation. So game, breakdown, reaction, clips, shorts, and global. Content platform strategy. CBS Studios produces for CBS. YouTube originals. YouTube originals, yep. Third parties, Netflix, Amazon, and Apple. Intellectual property first strategy. Franchise universes with creator extensions. Showtime repositioned as premium source for the internet age. Fewer shows, bigger impact, cultural relevance, global reach via YouTube Premium. So imagine with your YouTube Premium account, you also get access to Showtime. Right? Yeah. Simon & Schuster Publishing becomes IP, intellectual property incubation, books, podcasts, YouTube, and film. So all the booktubers out there, this is for y'all. Author channels and built-in fandoms. Monetization model, revenue streams, linear ads, still massive. YouTube ads enhanced clicks per minute for premium subscriptions. YouTube Premium, Showtime, sports rights amplification, licensing, global syndication. We unlock CBS content on YouTube commands higher clicks per minute because it's brand safe, it's trusted, it's premium, it's live. Why this works and others don't. Disney, intellectual property rich, distribution fragmented. That's their problem at Disney. Warner Bros. Discovery, debt heavy, identity crisis. Netflix, no live, no news. They do have live content. They don't have any news content, though. By the way, shout out to Ellie Duncan, who is now Netflix's sports anchor. Shout out to that. Hopefully, a Netflix entertainment anchor will be on the way. Just saying. Netflix comment. Amazon, commerce first, not culture first. Google plus CBS, great scale plus trust, creators plus institutions, algorithms plus accountability. The cultural shift. CBS stops chasing youth, stops chasing legitimacy. Together they own the mill, the mass, and the future. Final frame line. board level, this isn't Google buying television. This is Google upgrading civilization's most powerful storytelling infrastructure. So, with that being said, I want to at least bring you guys to the point of like, oh my God, wow, okay, well, I could see that potentially, right? That you really could see that CBS could be a power chip. Now, I'm not saying that Google nor Sony are going to buy CBS, right? Those have to be some very, 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 very long talks. Very, very, very long talks. But that's not to say, right? That's not to say that that could not happen. With anything, I think it is time, energy, and commitment that has to happen. Let's see here. Now, let me see something here. Sorry, I'm just trying to see something here. Because I had two others that I thought about, and I know they would be good, but I don't know if I want to release those. But those were the main two that I wanted to like really, really truly get into. With that here. Let me see something real quick here. Now, this is going to sound just a little crazy. Maybe. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's anybody else on this list or this map round. Not list. This is a whole map now. I'm trying to see if there's anybody else on this map that could do it. Let's do this. Let's take a little commercial break while I investigate live. And then we'll see what I come up with right after this. Okay, so we're going to take a little commercial break. We'll be back with more Brain Lee's Virtual Show Live right after this. We are live on tour, like, comment, share, subscribe. Back right after this. Roll it.
Lights go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies. Braylon got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. Turn it up, lean back, feel the breeze. Late night truths drifting through the trees. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Headlines flip with a soulful twist. Behind the scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Hear the whispers in the city's hum. Echoes of stories where we're from. A beat, a step, a voice so clear. The pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor. Every moment is a savior. Every experience is an overcomer. Turn it up, feel the glow, let the rhythm flow. Spotlight shining, we in the zone. This is the place where the culture's grown. Stories untold, now they're coming alive. Braylon Lee got the vibe tonight. One thing to know and two things for sure. Higher is waiting and lower is available. But either way, we gotta go on tour. It's Braylon Lee's virtual tour, where the culture makes its move. Feel the love, feel the truth. This is us, this is you. From the unknown, the unembraced and more. This show, this brand and the possibilities of what can be is all here for you. I'm just a kid from the rock, trying to be a rock for people, trying to make it best they can to become. Being moved as a creator of power to lift up all of us, not just a selective few. For the culture, by the culture, here we be. Braylon Lee, bringing life to your screen. Feel the soul, feel the truth, we're free. Trust and believe it's entertainment, news done away with. Braylon Lee, spotlight sharp like a diamond shine. We see the stars, but the stories align. Deep in the soul where the heartbeats find. The pulse of the people redefining time. And just a pro tip, people have to earn the right to hear your story, but in addition to that, people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. Just because we are not seen by everybody doesn't mean we are not been seen by who needs to see us. Noise equals attention and sound equals purpose. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes a somebody to be an artist.
Beyond this gate, find gardens green and epic worlds to fill your dreams.
no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward.
With the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless achievements. Today, we celebrate another thrilling moment, the creation of a spectacular new Disney theme park resort coming to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, a place where we preserve our past while designing the future.
Bringing a Disney theme park resort to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi marks a historic milestone in our journey as a global family destination.
The 7th Disney theme park resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park ambitions. Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our entire portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique. It's anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. Ultimately, this project will be a celebration of what's possible when creativity and progress come together.
What we are creating with Disney in Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination and experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world.
This collaboration represents a powerful fusion of Disney's unmatched legacy in storytelling and Mira's commitment to bringing world-class entertainment to our guests.
Abu Dhabi's vision for the future is to create a legacy for generations to come.
Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctly Emirati. An oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at this crossroads of the world. It will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways, becoming a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician. General. Author. Ruler. Man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.
I'm loving it.
I'm loving y'all right back. Welcome back into Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. Y'all, I was trying to do something live for y'all, but it's not really a lot of, and I guess this is the challenge, right, of this, is to find media companies that have more than enough money that would actually do something with CBS. Right, that's basically the foundation of this live. if CBS was up for sale, who would buy it? Who would want it? What could you do with it? This, that, and the third. And like those were like the two, biggest ones that I could see, right? Of Sony and Google. Now, of course, one's a tech company, right? And then one's a, entertainment company. If I had to say who I believe really could, use this, I honestly think that, I know what y'all are going to think, right? Y'all going to say, well, Google could use it because you talk about YouTube and the creator economy all the time. But here's the thing, right? I think, honestly, if YouTube was able to get the Oscars, I think YouTube could definitely do a deal with CBS, as CBS is sold to Sony, to make a content creator partnership between Sony Pictures, CBS, and YouTube. Because here's the thing, right? For YouTube to take on CBS is a huge deal, right? You're dealing with not just content creators anymore. You're dealing with old Hollywood with new Hollywood. And as we have seen, it's taken some years for that space for that space of business to even be a reality, right? Because old Hollywood is still kind of pushing back against new Hollywood when it comes to content creators. They're now opening up the doors a lot more because they see there's money involved. But I really don't know if Google would really take the plunge of buying CBS. Although I could definitely see it, of, Google having an arsenal in their back pocket. Not to mention, too, I told y'all about how YouTube Originals used to be a thing under YouTube Premium, and how also, too, they have 100 Zeros there, Google's TV initiative. So with that initiative, they want to sell to Netflix and to HBO Max and to Hulu. They want to sell to those big platforms. So I could definitely see it happening without question. And like I said, we'll see what ends up happening. Like I said, this was just a prediction for this. And hey, to the 4 people here, glad to have you here. We're just talking about this prediction right here. Paramount will lose Warner Bros. Discovery, divest CBS, and buy NBC Universal. So tonight we talked about if Sony or Google bought CBS, what would that look like? And like I said, I think Sony could probably do a lot with it. Not to mention, too, Sony has a whole backlot, right? And with YouTube, right? Now, YouTube could buy a backlot, right? They absolutely could. They could move on to a backlot. If you hear, hey, guess what? Google is going to be at, not Google, but YouTube is going to be at the Fox lot or at any lot in Hollywood. Guess what? People are signing up with YouTube Studios immediately, right? But also, too, I don't think YouTube is really created to have a CBS. I do think that YouTube could revive a broadcast television network. I absolutely do believe it could. But with Sony, because they have a backlot, all right, they have, a movie studio, they have a TV studio, they have Crunchyroll. Let's go back to the map here. And this is not to doubt, YouTube at all. I mean, they got the Oscars. So that was a huge deal, right? It's from the 5-year deal is from 2029 till 2033. But right here, look, electronics, Crunchyroll, music, pictures, and TV, PlayStation, right? So imagine every PlayStation, right, that you can watch CBS content, you can watch YouTubers on PlayStation TV View, which is VUE, which they would have to bring back, and you just add YouTubers to that platform. You have Sony Pictures and TV, which YouTube could do a content creator partnership with Sony Pictures and television. You have so many YouTubers want to be music stars. You could definitely, make YouTube. You can make a YouTube music. You can make a YouTube records label under Sony Music. And then, of course, you know how many content creators have. That was a little close. Hey, PlayStation, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you, PlayStation. That was a little close. A little close. A little close. A little close. That was hilarious. Oh my God, that was great. All right, zoom out. Okay. That's not. Hang on, let me refresh this, y'all. Give me a moment. There we go. That's what I need. Okay, back to this. That was a little close for comfort. Right there. But back to this, like I was saying. You know how many animators on YouTube there are? Imagine Crunchyroll Content Creator Collective, and then imagine how many content creators have created their own electronics that can be sold through Sony Electronics. So to me, if CBS were to be bought, I think Sony would be the best home for it. And I do think YouTube would definitely do a great partnership with Sony. Now, if it fell under Google, right? You have YouTube that can fuel CBS. You have YouTube TV, which, I mean, come on. Why is there not YouTube creators channel on YouTube TV? Just saying. And also, too, CBS will also fuel YouTube music because all those tracks could be on CBS shows and stuff like that. So, and when you have the #1 search engine in the world pushing CBS results to the top and pushing Showtime results to the top and pushing other content to the top, that definitely helps in terms of search discovery. So not saying that CBS would not be a perfect home at Google, but between the two, I think that Sony would be the best home if and only if CBS gets divested. So that is my take there. So not what you expected, huh? Like I said, I love being able to surprise y'all sometimes with what we do over here for sure. So yes, indeed. So man, so yeah, we're just gonna be chillaxing. Just gonna be chillaxing here for just a little bit. And yeah, so by the way, if you missed our morning conversation this morning, our morning edition of the show or what have you, you missed out on a good one. We talked about a lot this morning. We talked about Charlamagne the Guy getting a $200 million deal. We talked about Jelly Roll getting a pardon. That's going to allow him to vote. Yes, indeed, we did talk about that. We also talked about Courtney B. Vance getting his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Then we talked about Kristen Cabot, the woman at the Coldplay concert. We talked about that. We talked about the thigh high slit and the power of that. We talked about TikTok and the updates on the TikTok Awards, the first annual TikTok Awards. And then, of course, a lawsuit with Universal. Of course, a little black girl is now commemorating the Capitol. So we talked about all that this morning. And then, of course, right now we're talking about could CBS be an undercover power chip? And then, of course, the Real Housewives of Fraud in court, the Osefos. We will talk about all of that live tonight at 8:30. Here it is right here in case you guys need to know about it right here. I said, Bravo, we need a Married to Law franchise. It is cold in Potomac and the heat is on the Osefos because it looked like they were just out there in the cold. So we'll talk about that. I'll bring you everything that you need to know up to the minute that I have it live tonight at 8:30. Yes, indeed. So 3 shows in one day for all of you. That's what we do over here. So yeah. That's interesting. Sorry, I'm just looking at some movies here. So. I am just looking at some stuff here. But yep, just chillaxing, everybody. Just indeed, and hopefully your week rather has gone well. Christmas is next week, so I hope you got all your Christmas gifts and everything. I know for some of y'all, you got your gifts Black Friday, and for some of y'all, you're just creeping, and keeping it on the down low, just trying to get to the other side. So you creep, yeah. Oh my God, so damn silly. Anyway, all good. Yes, just relax and hear with y'all. Excuse me, sorry. And by the way, everybody, here's a story for you all. Check this out. This is from TubeFilter.com right here. TV distributors turn YouTube into a home for reruns. Now it's hosting unaired episodes too. On March 7th, 2006, NBC pulled the sitcom Joey from the airways due to low ratings. That decision came in the middle of the Friends spinoff second season, leaving eight finished episodes unaired until now. On the official Friends YouTube channel, Joey Tribbiani's Benny and Myers can now say, "How you doing?" to Joey's final 8 installments. The decision to make the unaired episodes available for free online is a fascinating expansion of a distribution strategy that's becoming more common for TV rights holders as they hunt for new windows to pair with old IP. The episodes of Joey that did air on NBC arrived on YouTube earlier this year. That move was representative of a broader trend among rights holders, many of whom are looking to account for contemporary entertainment trends like declining viewership, the rise of streaming, and the ubiquity of content privacy. Thanks to YouTube's potential as a long-tail distribution window, it has hosted free-to-watch versions of several shows and movies that premiered through linear channels, movies, or subscription-based streaming services. In addition to Joey, 2 other examples of that phenomenon involved the first season of the Disney Plus hit Anchor and more than 30 movies from the Warner Brothers catalog, released in previously unaired episodes, as well as standalone clips from those episodes, puts a new twist on that distribution tactic. The move shows that distributors recognize YouTube potential as a hub for Hollywood content. Consumers certainly feel that way, and they're spending more time on YouTube every year, much to the chagrin of cable providers and theater chains. Friends fans who were left in the lurch in 2006 can now witness the conclusion of Joe Cipriani's story, and many of them are grateful for the opportunity. I hope Matt LeBlanc and the rest of the cast read the comments on this channel someday and realize that contrary to popular belief, there was a community that absolutely adored this show. Reads a highly liked comment on one of the Joey YouTube uploads. If YouTube can be used to foster appreciation for bygone shows, maybe it can revive them too. There's no plans for a third season of Joey, but if Matt LeBlanc ever reprises his signature character, there's a good chance those episodes will eventually make it to YouTube. So this goes to show, honestly, how YouTube is really the new Hollywood. So like I said before, a lot of possibilities out here for sure. I'm going to turn off my camera now because we've done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. Oh, man. My Lord, my Lord, my Lord, my Lord, my Lord, my Lord, my Lord. I'm still going to try to get me a electronic blanket. Why I say electronic blanket? I mean electric blanket for Christmas. Yeah. But yes, indeed. We'll chill out here for at least a little bit here. Oh, sorry, y'all. Sorry. But yes, indeed. I hope you guys have fun with this one. This one was, I wanted to come on here and just give y'all that because I thought that was an interesting prediction. Not saying it's going to happen anytime soon. But then again, you never know. It was been 2025. It's still 2025. It's about to be 2026. So if you thought the moves and mergers and acquisitions were crazy for this year alone, child, what does 2026 hold? Don't know, but one thing you know, two things for sure, it will be a crazy for sure. So let's be there. So yeah, we'll chill out here for at least a little bit to 1 hour and 5 minutes. I'll give y'all the daily motivator from greatday.com, and then we will head on out of here. Hey, one person, welcome in. Glad to have you here. And like I said, yeah, I will do some more research to see if there's any more intel on what's going on with the Osefo. So, but yeah, everybody's talking about it, so I'm like, all right, we'll talk about it as well. So yes, indeed. So. Ooh, Lord. As we get to that 1 hour and 5 minute mark, I want to thank each and every single one of you for being here this evening. And of course, to the Replay Gang, please make sure that you like, comment, share, subscribe. Hype this video up as well. Like I said, I always love being able to bring you guys just my predictions of what could happen in media. And sometimes I'll look back at some of these and be like, oh, I did say that. Oh my God. So listen, the two platforms I believe could buy CBS is Google, Alphabet, YouTube, and Sony. But for the purposes of, keeping CBS around, I think that Sony will probably be the best choice for that. So yes, indeed. Shout out to the one person here. With that being said, 1 hour, 5 minutes is a here. So we get y'all that daily motivator from greatday.com. and then we'll chill out. I'll get off of here, and then get ready for the 8:30 live right here. So here we go. Screw it, let's do it. Richard Branson, very wise words, good sir. It's time for the day moment for Friday, December 19th, 2025. One good thing. One good thing is likely to lead to one more than another. So before the next moment has passed, do one good thing. Give yourself a little positive momentum. It can grow. Take an action you can feel good about and allow that feeling to propel you forward. Right now, you have time. You have time, awareness, ability, and purpose. Make the choice to focus them all in a beneficial direction with a deliberate, unambiguous act. Observe yourself as you do one good thing. Notice how readily your positive behavior can flow from your best intentions. With one good thing, you can set the stage for the rest of the day, perhaps the week or even longer. You can improve your attitude, boost your confidence, raise your level of enthusiasm for meeting life's challenges. There's no time like the present to inject a fresh dose of purpose and usefulness into your world. Go ahead, unlock the potential of doing one good thing. Ralph Morrison. I will say this. I think the one good thing that I have, done for myself a lot more this year is I really have enjoyed my off days a lot more. Before I would just sleep. But, I catch up on movies, I catch up on TV shows, I catch up on content as well. I just enjoy more. And I think that is something we all should be able to do more of. So the first thing I would say about one good thing is make sure whatever that one good thing is, it is going to help you, not hurt you. The second thing I'll say about one good thing is that make a choice to focus them all in a beneficial direction with a deliberate, unambiguous act. To be able to do what we do right here, basically every day at this point, is a privilege. It's a privilege, an honor, and a weight of responsibility that I don't take lightly. Right? I take what I do seriously, but I don't take myself too seriously. Right? And so I do believe a lot of times in life, we'll do anything to find our way. But once we find our way, it's scary to, be 10 toes down and go forward on that path. But I promise you this, when you stand 10 toes down for something, I promise you your work, the good work you do, will come back to you. And finally, the last thing I will say is you can improve your attitude, boost your confidence, and raise your level of enthusiasm for meeting life's challenges. Now, that doesn't mean when you meet life's challenges that there's not going to be struggle along the way. But what that does mean is your mindset can be a great compass in terms of how you go about it. So just because life challenges are difficult doesn't mean that you don't have resources and tools to be your best self. So with that being said, everybody, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say one point special, but you always want a blessing and trust. You may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Wise one thing to call yourself is another thing you've chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me, and hopefully by spending time together, we're also great together. And always remember, where you're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or you're really enjoying the solitude of being free to be yourself. Make sure the replay is not just ready for you to watch it, not just ready for you to listen to it, but for you to experience it again. I love you. I value. I embrace you all. Always remember, or see love, you gotta give it, or see love, you gotta give it, or see love, you gotta give it. Wherever obstacles you've overcome, where successes you have achieved on this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you. But no one else is proud of you. You're proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all, listen. Options are out here for you to be anything you want to be. It's up to you to choose that choice, right? And, sometimes we make choices that we cannot come back from. But then again, like I said before, if the president can be the president and Milagro-grams can be Milagro-grams, there is hope for everybody, okay? But don't be those two people, because they both ended up in very bad circumstances of of their own demise, okay? Commercial break and fireworks are coming your way for the day that was, or the day that's to come, for the blessings on the way for you, me, all of us, as a society, as people, as culture. I feel the love, and I send it right back to you. Good night, everybody. Love you all. Bye-bye. If this is your final tour for the evening, good evening to you. But if not, I'll see you back here tonight at 8:30. We'll talk about the Yosephos live right here on YouTube. One love, much love, all love. Feel love, send it right back to you. Bye, everybody.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, epic universe becomes yours.
Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken-ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make. Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
Child Braylon over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about, besides lying all the damn time. Child Braylon over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about, besides lying all the damn time. Child Braylon over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about, besides lying all the damn time. Child Braylon over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about, besides lying all